today. It was 17-2 at one point, and it really did not seem like they took their foot off the pedal until maybe late in the second half. What do you think of your performance today?
Yeah, I thought we played really well. I mean, obviously coming into the game, it's the same roster that Lipscomb had against Cincinnati, and they led for most of the game at Cincinnati. And Cincinnati is a great team. Cincinnati's got great toughness. Tim Morris, who's an assistant coach with Cincinnati, worked for us at Nevada and talked over and over about how hard they execute their offense. I thought our guys were extremely locked in defending a lot of their backdoor cuts because they run a lot of the Princeton type offense. Their coach at Lipscomb is a phenomenal coach. He's not a good coach. He's a phenomenal coach. I thought our size really, really bothered them. And then I don't know if we've ever had a team that had 237 passes in a game. I think we had 116 passes the first half. So we had great ball movement. We shared the ball to hold the team to 25% from the field's phenomenal. Plus 22 on the backboards. We did a great job rebounding the ball. I thought we shared the ball. As well as we have in a long, long time. And then we shot good from the field, 50% and 41 bench points. So I thought everybody that checked in the game did a really, really good job tonight. We knocked in 11 threes. So I thought it was a good game for us, only 12 turnovers to 17 assists. Pretty pleased with how we played tonight.
You guys came out on fire shooting in that first half, 5 of 6 behind the 3-point line. And, you talk about more passes than the team has had in any other game this year. It does seem like shot selection today was very good for your club.
It was. I mean, the starters, this is what people have to understand. Like, you got to look at the plus minus. So Justin Smith plays 18 minutes and we're plus 32 when he's in the game. Connor Vanover plays 15 minutes and we're plus 31 when he's in the game. Desi played 13 minutes and we're plus 28. Moses Moody played 24 minutes and we were plus 32 with him. And then off the bench, those numbers drop. And so we've got to continue to work our bench. In a game like this, you want to try to continue to separate, and we did not do that again off the bench. You can look at the numbers of our guys off the bench, and those starters, it's astronomical the first half to start the game, and then astronomical the second half to start the game. And then the rest of the time, we didn't create enough separation unless people think 5 to 8 is good enough separation. But it's not when the other guys are plus 32.
Moses has 18 points to lead all scorers. That's the second game in a row that he's led your team in scoring. He's 7 for 8 from the field. You just notice how he is able to score in so many different ways at every level of the half court. And that also, of course, includes in transition. He's been something to watch. Have you felt like he's just looked more comfortable in the last couple of days or the last couple of games?
Certainly, Phil. I think he does definitely feel more comfortable. I think that's what happens when you're a freshman and you're getting, to start and you're getting a lot of minutes, but he's earned it. I mean, we talked to Moses about being a better finisher around the rim because we thought in games 1 and 2, he left too many baskets on layups. And you know what he does? He listens. And then I walk out before practice and Moses is working on his layups. I mean, how many people do that when you have a quick conversation with them and say, hey, this is an area where you're leaving points on the board by not converting around the rim? He's worked on it. His shot selection's phenomenal. He's unselfish. His rebounding, again, that's a huge factor for us, for him to be second on the team in rebounds. So he's basically tonight played flawless basketball.
And he plays a physical style, it looks like, for a guard. That's one thing that to me stands out about your backcourt, is that your guards are not afraid to mix it up. And I think sometimes they're looking to. You've got tough guards back there. I think Moses fits in with the rest of them there.
No, he really does. I mean, he's got great length. We played him at some off guard. We played him at some power forward. And obviously his natural spot is at the small forward. He's done a great job. We want to continue to talk to him about keeping his hips low on defense and keeping the ball in front and using his great length from a defensive standpoint as well.
All right. So I know you're always looking ahead of the next opponent. You guys go on the road for the first time on Tuesday. What do you expect that to be like? I know it's just a short trip to Tulsa, but it's not a home game, so you won't be in the comfort of your own building for the first time.
Yeah, I mean, right now, Phil, we didn't overlook Lipscomb, and there's a lot of times that I got a lot to say about an opponent, but this is one that I'll have to start looking into our next game. Once I get home tonight and have some film and stuff to break down. Again, Lipscomb, because of the way they played Cincinnati, was even today. I had our football game going, and then I also had film still going, even in the middle of the day on game day of Lipscomb.
Well, it certainly looked like your team had full attention on Lipscomb, too, the way they played today. Thanks for your time. Congrats on the win, and good luck on Tuesday.
Thanks, Phil. Appreciate it. Z, Phil, great job.
Coach, great job. Great win. 4-0. Keep it going. That's a great job.
Thanks, Zim. Thanks, Phil. Appreciate it.
You got it. All right, let's head coach Eric Musselman. Let's take a quick 10-second pause for stations to identify themselves here on the Razorback Sports Network from Learfield IMG College.
All right, guys, we'll still go straight to questions. We'll get Bob to start us off.
Okay. Hey, Eric, you sound happier than you did Thursday. That's good. Hey, you alluded to this in the radio a little bit, but I mean, Lipscomb's pretty good mid-major, and yeah, they were missing a couple guys, but like you said, they were leading Cincinnati by 9 with 11 minutes to play the other night, and they just kind of ran out of gas. I mean, how good do you feel about beating a team like this by that kind of margin?
Yeah, Bob, I thought we were really locked into the game plan. I think that, the guys took a really, really mature approach. Look, I mean, when you win a game, you win a second game, you win a third game, you always worry about, is your team coming to the building with great respect for the opponent, with great respect for the game. We talk every night about what's going on in college basketball, where there's so many close games. You look at the University of Arizona today and how close that game was. And it happens night after night after night. And Lipscomb's a team that we think and hope will win their conference. So you hope that this game means something down the road.
Man, your defense, I hadn't seen the final stats, but for most of the game, they were shooting around 26%. What do you think of your defense?
Yeah, I mean, we held them to, I think, 25.4% defensively. I thought we really, really defended like we wanted to. Defensively, in the second half, we held them to 2 for 13 from 3. Still too many threes. They made 5 at 24%. So we got to continue to get a little bit better defensively from the 3. But I thought we did a really good job. That's a team that doesn't turn the ball over. We only caused 7 turnovers, and surprisingly, we only had 4 steals. So we want to continue to work on being a little bit more active defensively. But I thought, from a discipline standpoint, we played flawless discipline defense.
Yeah, I got some more, but I'll pass it back to Mike.
Curtis.
Hey, Coach, I wanted to ask you about the rebounding of this team. Coming into the game, you were out rebounding opponents by, I think, about 14. You out rebounded Lipscomb tonight by 22. Obviously, a little bit of a size advantage in these games, but have you been pleased with the improvement you guys have made there so far?
Yeah, I think we've done, that's something we try to end our drills with a box out and a defensive rebound. And Justin Smith is rebounding well, and he could even rebound more. I think he could be a double rebound guy for us every night, but he's doing, he would have been our best rebounder last year by far. Connor, with his length right now, he's dominating on the glass. 9 rebounds tonight in 15 minutes. Jalen Williams continues to rebound. He had 7 tonight in 17 minutes. And talked about Moses on the boards. Phenomenal job with 5 defensive rebounds and 8 total rebounds. And when Moses rebounds from that position, I brought it up the other day, if you're small forward or you're off guards rebounding at a high clip, and we could look at going with a bigger lineup once we get to conference play, where Moses plays maybe some more 2 once we get to conference, and Justin slides to a little more 3. Just to give us a bigger, in the paint type of team, if in fact the game dictates that.
Scotty.
Yeah, Coach, I wanted to ask you about your interior defense. Lipscomb, I think, finished 7 of 29 at the rim. What do you think keyed that? That's not all Connor. That's some other guys pitching into.
We talk and work all the time about verticality. It's so important because right now they're allowing teams to go vertical. And if you don't bring your hands down, you can affect a lot of shots. But certainly right now in a game like tonight, we have a distinct size advantage. And Connor, he just changes stuff. And Jalen Williams does a good job of bodying up and walling up offensive players. And because Justin Smith is such a great athlete and so long, and can get off the floor so quick, I do think guys are a little hesitant going against him, at least at the rim as well.
Jackson?
Hey, Coach. Tonight it looked like ball movement was working a lot better. So especially in transition, I just didn't know if that was a result of team chemistry kind of setting in or being accustomed to playing more games, or what exactly you attribute that to.
Jackson, where's Nikki? She's off tonight?
I think they were covering football today, so they sent me over here.
Nikki and Hutch, huh?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Yeah, I thought we had great ball movement. I really did. I thought that our spacing was really good. Really interesting. A really, really good NBA coach had called the other day and had watched our team, and I didn't get a chance to talk to him. He left a voicemail about our spacing. And I think because we have really good spacing, and then you add in the fact that some of these guys are such threats, and we need to continue to work on cutting a little bit harder and moving when we pass and are in our open offense. But tonight, we didn't run very many half-court sets where we have in the past 3 games. Tonight, they kind of played with some freedom tonight and played out of the flow a little bit more maybe than we have in the past.
Rob, follow up? Bob, you're muted.
Bob, you're muted and your Packers mask is upside down.
Yeah. Oh, it is. Oh, sorry. My hearing's going to. Lou Holtz once told me I was deaf when I was a young.
And that was a long time ago.
That was a long time ago. I think it was about 82 or something, maybe 83. But hey, I think you had all your scholarship guys score tonight, and Vance had a little bit of a bounce back game. How good was it to see everybody kind of get out on the score, and then Vance, got back in there?
Yeah, and it was great. I thought Debo was really good. I mean, he got a lot of loose balls. He was really active. He's got a knack to break people down off the bounce, and obviously we need Vance to bounce back. It's really hard on a player. I probably need to talk to him a little bit more and compliment a little bit more. Vance started the first game, he played well, and then we made a change in the lineup, not really off anything he did, but just the fact that we felt like we wanted Connor in that lineup. And so, I think that when that happens and you don't do anything wrong, maybe it's a little bit more difficult, because, he scores in double digits tonight, and he's an offensive threat for sure.
And then Note, I know he fouled out, but he 12 points. I know you weren't real happy with his play the other day. Did you feel a little bit better about how he played?
A little bit.
Just a little bit. Okay.
A little bit.
And then, Matt Zimmerman, he was in Columbia today for the football game, and then he made it here before halftime. Were you impressed with his hustle?
The hustle of Zim was insane today, because I was back in the back pregame really worried about, how he was going to get back here and how creative he could be. But he got here and he contributed.
Okay, I think I'm good. Thanks.
Final question, Jackson.
I got the mask fixed too. Thanks.
Backs more than he normally does. He kind of went inside and then hit a couple free throws in the first half. Coming out in the second half, he hit a couple threes. Was that something that you would talk to him about being more aggressive on the offensive end instead of relying on the outside shot? Or is that something that he, as an experienced player, kind of did himself?
Probably a little bit of both, Jackson. Certainly Vance has been around for a long time in college basketball, and he's played in big games, and he understands his game really well. But we did, tonight we ran some plays for him as well. But he's a really good post-up player as long as he doesn't rely solely on his turnaround jump shot. He's really crafty around the rim, and he's got great footwork. And certainly he was way more aggressive, than he has been in the last 2 games. All right, the players are here. Let's put them on. Thanks. Later.